Assalamu alaikum 10th class. Hope you all are fine. So today we will start the new topic, that is manufacturing of sodium carbonate by the Solvay's process, topic number 16.2. So here this is the important long question and we have to study that question in the four main heading. The first one is the introduction, second one is the raw materials, third one is the basic reactions, and the fourth one is the advantages of the Solvay process. So let's start from the first one, that is the introduction. So introduction basically tells us about the crack of the main topic, that what is the basic principle to synthesize a sodium carbonate by the Solvay process. So let's start from the first one. Principle of the Solvay process lies in the low solubility of the sodium bicarbonate at a low temperature like the 15 degrees Celsius. When the carbon dioxide is passed through an ammoniacal solution of the NaCl, that is known as ammoniacal brine, only the sodium bicarbonate precipitates out. Now students, the principle of the Solvay process basically lies, you can say, in the low solubility of the sodium bicarbonate, because the sodium bicarbonate at low temperatures form the precipitates, okay, and that further when calcinated, the sodium bicarbonate on calcination, that basically produce the sodium carbonate. So here this is the general equation in which the sodium cation when reacts with a bicarbonate ion, so it can produce a sodium bicarbonate. So the second one heading is the raw material. Just look at this. Now student, the raw material needed for this process is cheap and easily available. They are abundant in nature, and the raw materials are the sodium chloride. As I'm saying that we have to use the brine solution. As you know, the brine is the salt solution, so here the salt is the NaCl, and NaCl is used for the preparation of the brine. It means whenever we are just adding the NaCl in the water and the solution is formed, is known as brine. So the second one raw material is the limestone, that is known as the calcium carbonate, and the third one raw material is the ammonia gas, NH3. Now let's start from the basic reaction, that what are the reaction that involves in the synthesis of the sodium carbonate. Let's start from the first one, that is the preparation of the ammoniacal brine. Now students, First of all, ammoniacal brine is prepared by dissolving the ammonia gas in the sodium chloride solution. Now students, first of all, we have to prepare the brine solution. For example, here we will take the beaker and we have to add NaCl in it, and adding NaCl in it, we have to fill it with the water. Now student, that solution is known as brine solution, okay. Now students, here this is the brine solution, and when we are just dissolving the ammonia gas in it, now after dissolving the ammonia gas in it, it is converted into the ammoniacal brine, okay students. So when the brine solution contain the dissolved ammonia, so that brine solution is known as ammoniacal brine. So here this is the formation of the ammoniacal brine, that is the first step of the manufacturing of the sodium carbonate. So let's move towards the second point, that is the carbonation of the ammoniacal brine. So students, ammoniacal brine is fed into the carbonating tower, and the carbon dioxide is then passed through it. Following reaction takes place in the carbonating tower. Now 10th class, just look at this. Now we have to add that ammoniacal brine solution into the carbonating tower. Now students, what happens to the next with the ammoniacal brine when it is added in the carbonating tower? So students, when we are just adding the ammoniacal brine in the carbonating tower, and after addition of the ammoniacal brine in the carbonating tower, we have to pass the carbon dioxide, as the name indicating that carbonating tower. It means we have to add the carbon dioxide in that tower that contains the ammoniacal brine. Now students, I'm telling you again that ammoniacal solution contain water, NaCl and ammonia. So the composition of the ammoniacal brine is water, NaCl and the ammonia. When these ammonical brine is added in the carbonating tower and the carbon dioxide is passed through it, what type of reactions takes place inside the carbonating tower? Just look at this. First of all, here the ammonia in the ammonical brine and the water reacts with the carbon dioxide, and when that ammonia and the water in the ammonical brine reacts with the passing carbon dioxide, it is converted into the ammonium bicarbonate, NH4HCO3. Here NH4 is the ammonium and the HCO3 is the bicarbonate group. Okay, so that compound is known as ammonium bicarbonate. It means the ammonia and the water from the ammonical brine reacts with the carbon dioxide and get converted into the ammonium bicarbonate. Now students, what will be remaining? The ammonia and the water reacts with the carbon dioxide. What will be the remaining? NaCl. Now what happens to the next with the NaCl that is remaining in the solution? So the compound that is known as ammonium bicarbonate formed due to the reaction between ammonia, water and the carbon dioxide reacts with the NaCl. Now what happens to the next? Just look at this. Now student, that Na that contains the positive charge on it reacts with the bicarbonate group that carry the negative charge on it. Now students, when that Na reacts with the bicarbonate ion, it is converted into the NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate, and what will be the remaining? Here from the ammonium bicarbonate side, the NH4 is remaining. NH4 when reacts with the Cl negative, NH4 carry the positive charge on it, and when that positively charged ammonium ion reacts with the Cl, so it can produce the ammonium chloride. So students, when the ammonium bicarbonate that is formed due to the reaction between the ammonia, water and the carbon dioxide, they produce the ammonium bicarbonate, and when that bicarbonate reacts with the remaining NaCl that is present in the ammonical brine, so it get converted into the sodium bicarbonate and the ammonium chloride is formed. Now student, the temperature of the mixture is lower to the 15 degrees Celsius. And precipitate out the sodium bicarbonate are obtained. Now students, when the reaction is complete, we have to cool the carbonating tower, and we have to decrease the temperature of the carbonating tower until the 15 degrees Celsius. At 15 degrees Celsius, the sodium bicarbonate basically form the precipitates that you can say that can be settled down at the bottom, and we have to obtain that by the process of filtration.